Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to give everyone a few minutes to log on. We encourage you to use the speaker view, which is located in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. We have also made live transcript available to all attendees. It should be in the panel below the picture. If you know of anyone that needs the link for the convention, please have them check their spam. We're just going to wait another few minutes. Thank you. Happy Saturday, everyone. I'm Nancy Schriber, Chair of the Maricopa County Democratic Party. The chat box will be open, but any comments made will go to the panelists, not to the entire audience. As a point of information, we asked for resolutions to be submitted by November 29th. As none were submitted, there will be no voting on resolutions today. This summer, we had two resignations, our second vice chair and our sergeant at arms. We appointed Blaise Caudill to second vice chair and Sahar Bick to sergeant at arms. Today, we will run elections for second vice chair and sergeant at arms. The time is now 11:05. This meeting is called to order. You all received an email last Friday with a link to view the minutes from the July 31st summer convention. We've also posted the link in the chat box. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from the July 31st meeting?
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the July 31st meeting. This is Heather Morawick.
Thank you, Heather. Is there a second?
This is Patty O'Neill, and I second.
Thank you, Patty. Will all precinct committee members in favor of approving the motion, please raise your hand. You will find that button at the bottom of your screen. And I can see the numbers, and the motion is approved. I want to introduce my fellow board members who are on this call with us. Patty O'Neill, first vice chair, Blaise Caudill, acting second vice chair, Heather Morawick, treasurer, Jade Duran, our secretary, and Heather Morawick, treasurer, Jade Duran, our secretary. I'm looking at the pictures in my notes, and Sahar Bick, who was our acting sergeant at arms. I'm so grateful for this dedicated, hardworking team. Without a doubt, this is an incredible group of people. They are thoughtful, intelligent, and extremely dedicated to local democratic politics. Sahar has only been with us for a few months, and we have loved getting to know her. And thank her for all her hard work. We wish you well, Sahar, on your exciting 2022 adventures. Oops. I also want to thank our amazing staff at MCDP for putting this event together and for all the work they do every day to run this organization. Our executive director, Ne'Lexia Galloway, field director Laura Caudill, communications director, Eder Diaz-Martinez, Development Director, Naquana Barrero, and Bottoms Up Campaign Director, Brianna Valencia. And of course, John David Herman, who is back in person at the front desk every afternoon. We would be lost without all of their intelligence, knowledge, and devotion to down ballot races. And how can we forget our LD chairs? There are 20 of them, and I want to thank them all. I'm so proud of the work that you are all doing in your districts. Your leadership is inspiring, and I can't think of a better team to help us with the difficult redistricting process ahead. And I also want to thank our county committee chairs who've worked hard to create inclusive committees to represent distinct groups across Maricopa. I'm grateful for your dedication and for your out-of-the-box thinking. And finally, I want to thank all of our one-time donors, our monthly donors, and our circle of friend donors. You are the heart of the county because you understand that an investment in the county party is an investment in down ballot races. The county has had a lot of growth this past year. We've accomplished many things, and I wanted to highlight a few of them. We had our most successful fundraising in an off-cycle year, raising just over $400,000. We hired a new executive director and a development director. We launched a new website. We launched 2 new programs, which you're going to hear about later, Future Leaders of Arizona and Bottoms Up. We made over 12,500 calls to voters to promote voting rights and to help elect Democrats to Phoenix City Council. We recruited over 500 new volunteers into 8 legislative districts. And we Zoomed over 1 million hours. Of course, I'm just kidding, but across the county, we did use this technology to the fullest extent possible in the last year. We opened our new offices on Washington Street, and if you haven't been down there, please come and visit us in the new year. We held a successful champagne brunch, an office opening on November 13th. We had over 280 guests present, and we raised a little money. We created 10 new county committees, which you saw earlier, who are actively meeting and planning events. A few examples. Our LGBTQ committee participated in the Pride Parade with a wonderful Phoenix Rising float, and we had a successful weekend registering voters at the Pride Festival. Our voter registration committee participated in the Women's March and Pride Weekend and has been attending college and university campuses across the county since the spring. And our Latino Outreach Committee held a well-attended posada party this past weekend. It was really fun. We're proud of all of these accomplishments. And just to remind you, the county has an elected board of 6 and a staff of 4. Maricopa County will have challenges in 2022. In addition to helping our local candidates win in November, Maricopa is facing redistricting at both the county and the state level. Arizona's Independent Redistricting Commission is targeting completion of their mapping process to draw new congressional and legislative district lines by December 22nd. While we may not know the final maps yet, we do know that in order to comply with the state statute, we need to reorganize all of our legislative districts early in 2022. So what does this mean? What does reorganization mean for us? Every existing legislative district will dissolve and new ones will be created. New legislative district chairs and boards will be elected in February 2022. New state committee members will be elected. Legislative district bank accounts will be closed and funds will be distributed equitably between new districts. Websites and all social media accounts will be shut down and new ones will be launched. Precinct committee members will be distributed to new districts. And finally, we will have to begin communicating all of this information to voters. So what do we need to do, all of us on this call in 2022? We need to elevate our collective voices and stay focused on electing candidates to our school boards, our Maricopa Community College District Board, our Special Health Care Board, our Clerk of the Superior Court, and our Central Arizona Project Board. We can't be distracted by all that's required for redistricting. We know what we need to do and what is at stake. We have to push back at Republican messaging, make each other better by elevating the conversation in our primaries, learn how to help, and show up for candidates who share our values. Everyone here today is part of our army of volunteers. We win when you are engaged and motivated against those who want to destroy the public good. As Democrats living in a red state, we know how to win. We know nothing comes easily, and that we have to roll up our sleeves by supporting our local candidates from the bottom of the ticket to the top. We need to get behind voter registration efforts, educate ourselves on issues, do the hard work of talking with voters, and help articulate what Democrats stand for. If we do this, we win. We welcome those of you with us today who are not yet precinct committee members. Please join us by filling out the form on our website to take an active role in the Democratic Party. Go to maricopadems.org/become-a-PC. Someone will put it in the chat, I'm sure. Thank you for all you do to help elect Democrats in Maricopa County. Now I would like to introduce our fabulous treasurer, Heather Morawick, to give us her report.
Thank you, Nancy. It sounds like we have a very exciting year ahead. The reason you all came, though, was for the treasurer's report. For this election cycle, data through the end of November, our income total has been, as Nancy said, just over 400,000. We've had some successful events and raised an extra 75,000 through that, as well as the Arizona Democrats gave us a grant for 68,000 to help with communications and interns. Our disbursements so far this year are 353,000. That includes our new office, which we paid for a year in advance, so that we have that up front from all of our fire funds. Our cash on hand through the end of November is 194,000, which feels like a lot, but hey, we still need more. It's going to be a busy year and there's going to be a lot to do. Thank you, everybody. That concludes my report. Laura Caudill, our field director, will now facilitate the elections of the second vice chair and sergeant at arms.
Thank you, Heather. Just give me one moment. We're all juggling a lot today. Okay. We have two positions we're electing today. And hang on. We asked those who were interested in these positions to submit videos by last week. We will be accepting nominations from the floor, but there will be no live speeches for these positions due to the limitations of our Zoom webinar. Should there be a nomination from the floor, please do so in the chat box. We will entertain motions to vote by acclamation should there be only one nominee for either office. And at this time, I will take nominations for the position of second vice chair of the Maricopa County. Do we have a nomination for second vice chair?
Yes, my name is Jade Durian. I am a PC from LD24, nominating Blaise Caudill for the position of second vice chair.
Okay, just to repeat that, Jade Duran is nominating Blaise Caudill as second vice chair. Mr. Caudill, do you accept this nomination?
He said
Laura?
yes in the chat.
He said yes in the chat. Okay. Thank you for that. Are there any other nominations for the position of second vice chair? Any other nominations for second vice chair? And are there any other nominations for second vice chair? For some reason, I'm not seeing my chat.
No, no one else put anything else in the chat.
Okay, great. Thank you. Seeing no more nominations, do I have a motion to close nominations for this position?
I, Jay Durian, move to close nominations.
And is there a second?
I, Patty O'Neill, second.
All right, thank you. Without objection, the nominations for second vice chair are closed. And we will now play Blaise's video that he sent in. So you can all take a listen and a look at how wonderful he is.
Good morning, Maricopa County Democrats. First off, thank you so much. Thank you for taking time out of your weekend, taking time out of your Saturday, taking time out of your weeks to volunteer, to give of your time, your talent, and your treasure. It is only through each and every single one of our volunteer work that we're able to maintain and grow such a strong county, and that we're able to make sure that we turn out voters in November, and more importantly, that we're engaging with voters before November. My name is Blaise Caudill. I go by he, him pronouns, and it has just been an absolute pleasure and honor to be able to serve as the second vice chair since about September. During my time on the board, we've been able to host our very first in-person fundraiser, which was a wild success. I hope that you were all able to attend, and if you weren't, we definitely would love to see you at our new office. It has been an absolute honor to be able to serve as your second vice chair for the past few months. And now, I ask for your support as I run to be the second vice chair again. I look forward to engaging with all of our LDs, all of our local leadership, and all of your expertise as we go through the redistricting process, as we work to ensure that voters are turning out and that we're voting from the bottom of the ballot to the top, and making sure that we turn Maricopa County blue. And my promise to you through all of that is to be a listener. I will respect and value your expertise, your time, your talent, and your treasures, everything that you bring to the table as we continue to turn Maricopa County blue. Thank you so much again for the opportunity to be able to speak with you today. Thank you for taking time out of your weekend, and mostly thank you so much for all of the work and the volunteer time that you put in to our county. Thank you.
All right, seeing that we have one candidate for this position, do I have a motion to vote by acclamation?
I, Jade Durian, so move to vote by acclamation.
And is there a second?
I, Patty O'Neill, second.
All right, at this time, if you would please raise your hand to vote by acclamation for Blaise Caudill as second vice chair of the Maricopa County, please do so right now. That's at the bottom of your screen. We'll give you all just a minute. To vote for Blaise Caudill, to approve him as second vice chair. It is an overwhelming vote for Blaise. We have 158, or I'm sorry, 155 to approve the motion to vote for Blaise Caudill for second vice chair. And thank you so much, everybody. Congratulations, Blaise. All right, please lower your hands. And moving on, we will be entertaining nominations for the position of Sergeant at Arms. Are there any nominations for this position? I'll need somebody to help me with anything coming in on the chat.
Come on.
Mark Robert Gordon, looks like you have your hand up. Can we unmute Mark, please?
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Hello, Maricopa County. I'm Mark Robert Gordon from LD 28. Hereby nominate Eric Limbs for the position of Sergeant at Arms.
All right, Eric Limbs, you've been nominated by Mark Robert Gordon. Do you accept this nomination?
I do.
All right, thank you. Are there any other nominations for the position of Sergeant at Arms? Are there any other nominations? And going a third time, are there any other nominations? All right, I am entertaining a motion to close nominations.
I, Jade Duran, move to close nominations.
All right, Jade Duran moves to close. Is there a second?
I, Patty O'Neill, second.
All right. Without further ado, without further or any objections, the nomination for Sergeant at Arms are closed. And there was a question that I think somebody wants me to address about quorum. The Maricopa County Democratic Party does not require a quorum at our meetings. All votes are taken in person, and this is it's a simple majority of those present at our meetings, and this is written into our bylaws. So at this time, I'd like for all of you to meet Mr. Limbs, and if we could go ahead and play that video.
Good afternoon. I'm Eric Limbs. I'm a proud candidate for Maricopa County Democratic Party Sergeant at Arms. My work for the party began more than 25 years ago as a young college student on a campaign swing for Vice President Al. That experience led to a prestigious White House internship the next summer. Since then, I've had the honor of attending 5 Democratic National Conventions, including as a senior staff member on the Democratic National Convention in 2016. I've worked hard to elect Democrats to office around our state, and in my home county of Maricopa, I managed the U.S. House race for former State Vice Chair Garrett McFadden, managed a State House race in LD8, advised Adrian Fontes for County Recorder, and served as a principal mail consultant for state legislative races in LD7, 15, and 6. I want to serve as Sergeant at Arms because I want to make sure we conduct orderly business and all the important work that we do. I have a single-minded purpose to elect Democrats by supporting the best organized county in Arizona. I will continue pursuing my passion to ensure our candidates run the most aggressive and most professional campaigns our state has ever seen. I humbly ask for your vote to serve as Sergeant at Arms. Thanks, and have a great day.
Thank you, Eric. Do I have a motion to vote by acclamation for Eric?
I, Jade Duran, move to vote by acclamation for Eric.
Is there a second?
I, Patty O'Neill, second.
All right, now before we vote, I'd like all of you to lower your hands, please. So we start back at 0 here. Everyone, please lower your hands. And don't start voting until I see our numbers back at 0. And okay, there we go. Now, to vote by acclamation to carry this motion to elect Eric Limbs, go ahead and raise your hands, please. We have a total of 212 participants. And the numbers are plenty here. We've got 170 people who've raised their hands to vote for Eric by acclamation. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Mr. Limbs. We're very honored to have you on our board. Thank you so much. And at this time, we're going to go ahead with our comments by our executive director, our wonderful executive director, Ne'Lexia Galloway. Thank you all.
Hello, Maricopa County. It looks to be that we are going to be ahead of schedule today. I think this will be the fastest convention that we have had, so we'll have to go into record time and see if that is. But I can't believe we are at the end of 2021. It feels like yesterday that I had just started and we were planning the summer convention. I guess time really does fly when you're building programs, creating plans to win in 2022, opening new offices and hiring staff. Speaking of new staff, I'm happy to report that after months and months of searching, we were able to hire an amazing development director that comes with years of experience. When you see Naquana Barrerio emails or calls, please donate or respond because we would love to continue growing the county in 2022. As we end the year, I have to be honest. Republicans have been very successful with messaging school boards in mainstream media. They are successfully dividing school boards at our children's expense. Whether it's critical race theories or mask mandates, they have been intentional with disruption. I remember when school boards were truly nonpartisan and everyone works together for the good of our students. I cannot say that today. School boards have been subjected to partisan politics. We can no longer sit on the sidelines and let our school board members be harassed, bullied, and attacked by right-wing Christian conservatives. Our children matter, and governing board members that support our children matter. And right now, they need our support more than ever. That means we have to show up to another school board meeting. We have to send emails of support, but most importantly, we have to be present.
There is a lack of diverse representation in all levels of government in the state of Arizona.
Governing board members are trustees of the taxpayer dollars, and we are the guardians of quality public education.
Maricopa County school and college boards have the opportunity to foster an environment of equity and would benefit from having diverse candidates from the community run for school board positions. Future Leaders of Arizona will work to recruit leaders from diverse communities such as Black, Indigenous, Latino, and LGBTQ to run for school board positions in Maricopa County. Help us recruit and train first-time candidates for Maricopa County school boards. Apply to the Future Leaders of Arizona at futureleadersofarizona.com.
We are really excited about our school board program that we're launching. That is the first video of a series.
There is a lack of diverse representation
that we will be running from now until next year. We will officially have our first training cohort for the school board in January. So if you know of anyone that would be interested, please send them our way. We would love them to have them. We are committed to recruiting and training first-time candidates to run for school board position. There's currently paid media circulating all over the place. The response rate has been great, and I'm excited to see the first cohort excel after the program. We do have some target districts in the county, of course, Chandler, Scottsdale, Litchfield Park, Mesa. Those are some of the main areas that we are looking to recruit. But we have to opt into our children, because if we do not not opt out. We will have the Purple for Parents, the Turning Point USA, Moms for Education, pushing a very partisan right-wing education agenda. So we've chosen to opt in, and we're hoping you will too. So if you would please just visit us at maricopadems.org/flow for more information. And flow is spelled F as in Frank, L as in Larry, O as in Oscar, A as in Alpha. This summer, we announced that we will be working on a year-round issue-based campaign. 2022 is here, and so is Bottoms Up. Brianna Valencia will be kicking off our first Canvas literature drop in January of 2022. The Bottoms Up campaign is a hybrid of grassroots donors and individuals that will commit to volunteering specifically for the county for local issues. Bottoms Up is a membership-based group. The fee is $125 a year or $10.41 a month. But the most important thing is that you volunteer 16 hours every year to Maricopa County to help educate people on the importance of voting down ballot. Bottoms Up is the sustainable infrastructure we need for the future of the county party. Our message remains the same. We want our voters voting from the bottom of the ballot to the top of the ballot in every election. We have our work cut out for us in 2022, but Maricopa County has always risen to the occasion. I can't wait to see you at the bottom of Canvas in January, and I look forward to your membership in the new year. As you can see, we've been busy at the county preparing for 2022 and the years to come. We have been intentional about investing in education and creating a pipeline of new leaders. We are thrilled that we will have a campaign that specifically focuses on county races at the bottom of the ticket. We know if a voter starts at the bottom, they will vote all the way to the top of the ticket. Maricopa County, I believe in you. I know we will flip the county. We just need your help. Whether it's funding, sharing our programs on social media, email, word of mouth, canvassing, it all helps us elect local Democrats. Just remember, in Maricopa County, it's bottoms up until the county is blue. I look forward to seeing you all in the new year, and happy holidays. I would like to welcome a friend, a leader, confidant to the county, a woman that could not stand on the sidelines but ran for public office. She has dedicated her life to serving the community, solving problems, and improving lives. She has recently created the HEAL PAC, a PAC that will focus on supporting candidates who make the commitment and consistently work towards equitable healthcare. Please help me welcome Dr. Hiral Tipirneni.
Well, good afternoon to all of my fellow Maricopa Dems. It's great to see you all here. I was incredibly honored by Nancy's request to speak at this convention for several reasons, and not the least of which is that I am just a huge, huge supporter of the county party. And I think what is really great about my opportunity to speak with you all today is that I'm not somebody who was one of the staff or the board, but I was a candidate that truly benefited from the work that the county party does. So as Ne'Lexia said, I am Dr. Hiral Tipirneni. I am a former Democratic nominee for the U.S. House of Representatives from Arizona's 6th and 8th districts. And in my experience with the Maricopa County Democratic Party, it was an incredible infrastructure that I had the honor to work with in all of my races, but significantly in my very first one, which was a special election. The county party stepped up like no one else did, and I will forever be grateful. And I know that Nancy and her current board and the current staff will all work just as vehemently and as hard and with as much enthusiasm and grit and determination as the last set of folks did for me, because they believe in those same democratic values that we are continuing to fight for. I am so thrilled with the new leadership. Nancy Schriber has been doing a great job, the board, the staff, the LD chairs, all the way down to the PCs, and I am honored to be one of you. I've been a 25-year resident now of Maricopa County, and I have seen it change over these years to the point where we were hugely impactful in electing Joe Biden in our last election. But what is so important about what MCDP does is that it emphasizes the importance of the entire ballot. And we have to make sure that we are electing Democrats up and down this ballot. As Ne'Lexia mentioned, and a few others have mentioned, there are so many significant reasons why we have to vote up and down the ballot. It's not enough to just vote for in the POTUS elections. We have to vote for midterms. We have to make sure we're looking at the county races. We have so many important races coming up in this next election. And remember that it is those lower ballot seats that really not only make a difference in our day-to-day lives in many ways, whether it's city council or school board or the healthcare district or the community college governing board, but they're also building the bench. They're building the bench so that we have incredible candidates that we can continue to see move up and run for higher office down the road, because we want to make sure that our local and community leaders are aligned with the work that our federal leaders are doing. Because we know we have to fight for our democratic values up and down the ballot. And that's what MCDP does incredibly well. When I ran, MCDP and the entire team, they were there supporting me after the primary, of course, with helping with petition signature gathering, with bringing volunteers to our events, with helping to spread the word and just really make sure that voters were registered, that they were turning out, that people knew how to sign up for PEVL, and just that they were really engaged and they realized how important their vote and their voices mattered. And the work and the dedication that MCDP does for every single candidate is profound. And I will tell you, it is something that I had just the greatest experience with, and I am indebted, and I am here to support them in every way possible. We have some very important races coming up, and I wanted to just mention them. We have Maricopa County elections this coming election cycle for the clerk of the Superior Court, for the community college district at large, which is District 3 and 4. Those are up for election. The Maricopa County Special Healthcare Board, which is an important, incredibly important board. I'm actually on the foundation board of that, the foundation side of that. But this is something that helps make decisions regarding healthcare in our community and in our county. And District 3 and 4 are up for election with that. And we have a position up for the water board with the Central Arizona Project. So these are all incredibly important races that are coming up. And remember, as Ne'Lexia mentioned, these races up and down, and especially on the parts of the ballot that sometimes we take for granted, impact our lives in a way that we don't always realize. Especially during this COVID pandemic, we've realized the importance of those school boards and having folks on those school boards that understand and respect science, that understand data, that will follow public health guidance, that will look out really for the best interests of our children and not be focused on their political agendas. We've seen far too much of the conservative movement essentially swallow up these meetings and bring an extreme agenda to the table. And the only way to fight that is to make sure we are running our candidates, Democrats who believe in our strong values of great public schools, narrowing that education gap, believe in healthcare, strong middle-class families, good wages, and making sure that we provide opportunity for every one of our fellow community members and our neighbors. And if we want to keep bringing those values to our communities, the only way to do it is to elect the leaders who will promote those values. So let's make sure that we are able to do that. And I want to mention that you know, we have a new, it's sort of a new beginning for MCDP, right? There's a new office, which as Nancy mentioned, we all got to see during that beautiful champagne brunch last month. We have new staff, there's new programs, as Ne'Lexia just explained, and it's a bit of a new dawn. We've already done incredible work in the past, Maricopa County and all of the hardworking Democrats. We are where we are because of all the work that you have all done up to this point. And we are now entering this new chapter, and there's more work to be done. And I'm incredibly honored to just be one of your fellow Democrats that's committing myself to make sure I support our county party, to make sure that they can support and elect candidates up and down the ballot that are going to continue to fight for our democratic principles. So my big ask to you today is please join me in supporting Maricopa County Democratic Party, whether it is a one-time contribution or a monthly donation, even if it's a small amount, every single dollar will go towards their resources to help candidates, make sure that their candidates are trained, that they have the resources and the staff to run good, strong elections, and that they can actually get out there and win. Because we know that when good candidates are running and they have the support of the county and our communities, that we can create incredible change. We saw that in 2018, we saw that in 2020, and I know we're going to see that in 2022. So please make sure that you're committing to supporting this county party. It is a group of incredible people who are dedicated to making sure that up and down this ballot, we elect leaders who will support our democratic principles. And the best way to do that is if you can join me in supporting our county party with a contribution, again, monthly or one time. Every amount is going to go to supporting good Democrats up and down the ballot. So thank you again, Nancy and the whole MCDP crew, the staff, the board, everyone for having me. It's really an honor to be here. I wish I could see you all in person, but until then, I hope you are all healthy and taking care, staying well. Happy holidays to everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Thank you again for supporting the Maricopa County Democratic Party. Thank you again to Nancy and the team, and I am honored to pass it back to Nancy Schriber, our great chair.
Thanks so much, Hiral, for your wonderful comments. We are so proud of the work that we've done this year. And for those of you who would like to donate, we have put the link in the chat. We promised you the shortest meeting, and I think we have achieved it. We are thrilled to know that you're fighting with us to elect Democrats who will change Arizona, and that they will reflect our values of diversity, equity, and inclusion. You all know we can't take anything for granted, and the hard work is on all of our shoulders, but I know that we are all strong enough to build the future that we want. So with that, I want to wish you a happy holidays. I hope that you'll consider donating today to the county party so that we can continue the good work that you know we are doing locally. Without further ado, do I have a motion to adjourn our winter convention?
I, Jade Durian, move to adjourn.
Okay, all in favor, raise your hands. And thank you again for being here for part of your Saturday morning. We look forward to seeing you in the new year. And the motion is carried. Thank you so much, everyone. We look forward to seeing you down at our new offices on Washington Street. Reach out and we'll help get you put to work in January. So thanks again.